Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 over on Court Farms. Right guys, as you can see, our Leyland is looking very sorry for itself. It is absolutely grafted. It is so dirty. Look how bad them front wheels are. They're absolutely atrocious. We need to try and get this cleaned at some point, but we can't really afford to do stuff like that. We're still poor. Yeah, I get a lot of comments saying, well, why don't you just like lease equipment and things like that. The whole point of this series, guys, is you start with basically next to nothing and we kind of work our way up. Otherwise, we just own land too quickly, basically. Just kind of want to see how far we can go with this series. Now, if you remember in the last episode, guys, we did the fertilizing contracts. There's the other one that we need to collect. And... well, yeah, I think at the moment every episode's going to start with a fertilizing contract because it's kind of good money to make. We do have a plough though, do we still have the plough? Do we? Now there's a good one. Cultivating. We can possibly pick up a cheap cultivator. I tell you what. We need to buy baling equipment. That's going to disappear. Although saying that, 16,000. I'm thinking hay. We wouldn't need a wrapper. We're not going to make that money in time, but that would have been a fantastic piece of equipment to have bought. We are kind of just leaving things around the shop though. That's fine. So let's just have a look at cultivators before that cultivating job disappears. 5 meter cultivator. 5 meter cultivator for 70 brake horsepower. We've got 100 brake horsepower. So we could do a 5 meter plough, a 5 meter cultivating job, and it's only £3,800. So if we, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to accept both of those cultivating contracts. Both of those make sense to do. We also need to have a little look at the map because we're in the 40s and 90s for fertilizing jobs. So what we got? Fertilizing. No, we've got liming. No, that's too much. Look what we got. Field 14, 6 grand for a fertilizing contract. Field 14. Yeah, I've got no idea where all these. Wow, that's that's actually less than 11. Hang on. 224. Yes, so that is 5.2 hectare. Yes. Right, there we go then, guys. That is exactly what we're going to do today. Field 14 and start on some cultivating. And we're going to start. Give me 1 second. I won't be a second. I know I'm talking. You guys are not going to see this. My steering wheel has decided. Has anybody else? I'm going to ask this on this video because I'm having an issue. I'm having an issue. My steering wheel won't look. My Logitech software refuses to open. You know, the G-Hub software. But the problem I've got is if it doesn't register the wheel and it doesn't open properly, I can't use my steering wheel. You know what I mean? I've just had to open and close that like 5 separate times. And then as soon as I come into the game, it doesn't work. It's like I have to go into the Logitech software, click on Farming Simulator, and then I have to click on Centering Spring in non-force feedback games. I have to basically untick it and tick it back on. Now, I didn't really want to do that on the video, but it's an issue that's currently plaguing me for about... it's since I last recorded this series last week. So I'm just wondering if anybody else has had that exact issue, because it's really annoying me. Like really annoying me. So yeah, if anyone's had that issue, please let me know. in the comments below, because if you've got a way to fix it. But every time I load up Farming Simulator, like I've had to tick it on this time. If I close the game down and reload into the game, I'll have to untick it to make my wheel work. Are you with me? It's stupid. It's like the game doesn't remember the settings. Now I know this game is atrocious for Logitech steering wheels. I know other people have had an issue. I've had this issue since January last year, I do believe it first started. Actually, it started when this game first came out, but I only got a steering wheel in like the December. Yeah, I basically get no spring back in my steering wheel. So if anyone does have any information on how to fix that, please let me know below, because I've tried Thrustmaster steering wheels. Now I personally don't mind a Thrustmaster steering wheel, but you know the indicator, like the flappy paddles, they have such a loud click to them that it's picked up on the microphone. So, and I ended up sending it back to Amazon. And yeah, I'm still basically stuck with the Logitech steering wheel. Yeah, if anyone's got any steering wheel recommendations around about the £200 mark, I would massively appreciate any information anyone can give me. It's an issue now that's plaguing me to the point where, and it's only Farming Simulator, by the way. I don't have this problem on any other game. So I've even tried turning off the feedbacks and stuff in the settings, and it just doesn't work, guys. It just doesn't work. I've got no idea where I get into field 14. I've got no idea whatsoever. But yeah, we'll just basically be getting lost today. That was the title of my video today, actually, on Euro Trucking Simulator, because I was just getting lost. I'm doing a no sat nav challenge, and yeah, I'm just constantly getting lost. Well, you'll have to wait, mate. I'm currently going this way. There's a gate there into that field. Ah, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Like I say... Don't you beep at me. Don't you beep at me. I'd beat back, but I forgot what the button was. I'd beat back, but I forgot what the button was. That sounds about right for me today. I'm having such a... Well, if you've watched this channel for long enough, you'll know just how terrible my memory is. But just lately, I feel like it's been slowly getting worse. Now, unfortunately, guys, I am in a position where my Epidemic Music subscription has run out. So if I put any of these jobs into a time lapse, I'm going to apologize long in advance, because we're going to be using YouTube's music. Yeah, I'm due a payout from YouTube this month, and I basically was like, that's going to pay for my next year's worth of Epidemic. It just didn't come in time. Yeah, it's just frustrating that it didn't come through in time, really. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like to do too many time lapses. I do feel like a time lapse has a place. Although we're 10 minutes in this episode and we've done nothing. I feel like maybe... And again, who's to say, these videos don't need to be 30 minutes long. But I am bringing an extra video out this week, guys. Basically, if this series gets 50 likes on every video in each week, I'll produce like an extra one. So like, I'll do 2 guaranteed. But if both those videos, so for example this week, if all 3 videos get 50 likes, I'll bring out 3 next week. If they don't, I'll bring 2 out, because I can work on another channel of mine, because I've got a couple of channels for on YouTube, and yeah, just to give you guys a bit of a heads up, really. So 50 likes gets you the 3 videos a week. And if we can get 50 likes on each of the roleplay series, I might bring 3 of those out a week as well. Basically, hit 50 likes on every video, guys, and I'll bring out an extra video of each series, just to pass the time. Because my trucking channel's a bit quiet at the moment. I'm getting a bit flustered with it, and yeah, and to be honest, I like to farm. And oh, there's a gate here. Oh my god, I was right near that gate as well. All that messing around trying to get in here. It turns out there was a gate there all along. Yeah, I've just been trying to self-learn. Now, I have had some help from a couple of people in my community with information and helping with code and stuff. As you guys also know, I'm severely dyslexic, so reading, writing, spellings, it's been an issue since birth, basically. It's something I've struggled with for a long time. Now, people can be mean about it all they want. You're genuinely not going to hurt my feelings about it. If I could fix it, I would. So if anyone comes in trying to be cruel because I've got dyslexia and I do struggle with reading, writing and spelling, good for you, mate. You know, you just make yourself out to be a bit of a douche. But where I'm going with this is I have just basically converted the i4 Williams trailers. Now, I could only do the 19 to 22 version because I don't own FS17, because there's a set of i4 Williams trailers on Farm Sim 17 I would love, but I don't own the game to convert it, if that makes sense. Now, like I said, I don't want to name anyone so no one like gets into trouble for helping me just convert some mods and stuff like that, but you know who you are in the comments or in the community. But yeah, someone converted them from 19 to 22, and then I went through the XMLs. I did all the little fixes it asked me to do, and I'm going to show you once I finish this field, because I feel like we need a trailer on this series, and we've now got a choice of i4 Williams trailers. So yeah, I'm proper... Oh, we're going to need more fertilizer. I never thought of that. My bad. Never thought of that. Right, so what I'm thinking of doing today is we're gonna do this job here, what we're doing right now, the fertilizing, and then we're going to jump into one of the cultivating jobs. I did honestly think we'd have enough fertilizer. I didn't think we were gonna run out on this job, so that's kind of just screwed me over a little bit, because it means we've got to go to the shop and buy another bag of fertilizer, which I don't mind doing, but obviously it's a little bit of money wasted. Well, I say wasted, it's hardly wasted, is it? We're getting paid a really good amount, but we've only done 65% of this job. So yeah, we're definitely going to need another bag of fertilizer. But unfortunately, it's a very slow ride up. So, my idea, guys, is we are allowed to use workers on this series, but we can only use workers if we've got a vehicle for them to drive. So, I can't hire one at the moment. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've got a Leyland, yeah, but then I've got nothing to do, basically. So, we can't do that one. So, what I'm thinking is we need to try and get ourselves another tractor, preferably rather quickly. This is a bit of a cheaty way of doing this, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. So yeah, my plan is to get ourselves another little tractor. Now, it doesn't have to be a very expensive tractor. I'm thinking maybe we need a separate tractor that we can maybe run a baler on. Now, hear me out. I want to be in a bit of a position to do some baling contracts, okay? And what I thought was, if we've got a second tractor, we might be able to afford a front mower, 3 meters, and then buy like a 3 meter tedder. So we could do a mower and a tedder at the same time, okay? Then we have the second tractor with follow me, i.e. a worker, And basically what we do then is we just have him follow us. Now it will take quite a while to do a field because we'd only be doing 3 meters at a time, but we'd be able to do it all in one pass, if that makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But what I'm going to do, guys, I need to go back to the shop. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lower that time down because I don't like to waste time driving to and from the... Although saying that, 3's maybe a good one for driving to the shop. I'm going to go to the shop. I'm going to get another bag of fertilizer and I'll bring us back when we're back at this field, guys, because I don't see the point in you watching me drive to and from the shop again. We've done that quite a bit lately. But I'll be back in a moment. Right, we're back at the field. Now, I did drive past the gate. I'm so getting lost on this map. I don't know if anyone else is having the same issue, but personally, I just keep getting lost. But yeah, we're here now. That's the main thing. I bought a bag of double top this time, just thought, well, you know, screw it. I also did bring in a telehandler as well. Now, you guys, I gave you guys a chance in one of the previous episodes, like, what do you reckon? Skid steer, telehandler, front loader, tractor. And you're all like, yeah, just get a little telehandler. Now, I bought myself a little JCB. Forgive me, guys. I'm having a... There we go. That keeps happening. Every time I load... No, it didn't happen when I loaded in because I've already done part of that. I don't know. For some reason, my manual thing keeps coming... Unless I did it when I was next to the... I maybe pressed the button when I was next to the tractor with the telehandler. But yeah, basically what I was saying is I brought in a little JCB. Now, I didn't want to have like a big, massive telehandler. So what I did is I brought in like a baby JCB, front loadery telehandler, telescopic thing. I'll show you it next time we go to the shop because we'll be buying a cultivator very, very soon. But for us, the cultivator is a good thing. It means we'll own a cultivator, and it's another tool we own outright. So when we come to owning a farm, we're gonna have plenty. Really? You're gonna say that's finished? I've literally just driven all the way back here. I've done one pass, and you're finished. Oh my god, this is painful because now I don't want to put in another jump cut, but it's a long way back to the farm otherwise, back to the shop. Right, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just lower that back down to 3 because we're going to have to drive that way. But yeah, basically we're going to get a cultivator. And we've got 2 fields to do now, so they're gonna prove to be really a really handy tool to own. So we can cultivate now. We don't need to buy another one. We will when we get a more horsepower tractor. This thing we've got now, the little Leyland, it's the little 285 it is. Yeah, it's a nice tractor. It does the job. I was thinking we had 100 brake horsepower. We don't. We've only got 85. I was thinking I have the Leyland 2100, but that is from my roleplay series. Yeah, that's interesting. I've completely... Yeah, we need to just double check the cultivators are good enough power then. We don't want anything too power hungry because otherwise we're going to end up not being able to pull it, especially considering we're also only 2-wheel drive as well, guys, don't forget. But what I'm thinking here now is we need to get another tractor, but we need to get a mower, we need to get a little tedder, and we need to get a baler. If we can buy ourselves a little flatbed Leyland I4 Williams trailer, we can always upgrade it at a later date. So yeah, what I'm thinking here is we need a trailer to move the bales. Oh, there's no. We can't do baling with this tractor. We'd have no way to pick the bales up. Okay. Yeah, I've just thought of that as a new problem. We can't do that. Oh, does this... Field 45, what's this need doing? Does that need cultivating? It didn't come up on the list. Or did it? I don't know. Right. So what I'm going to do, I just pile my stuff here at the moment. I know people are like, oh, you know, just lease bigger equipment. But like I say, guys, it's not about the getting of like the bigger equipment and stuff. It's just about trying to work from nothing, basically. And there's my double top. Just to give you an idea, I just want to show you the little JCB we got. You'll have seen it in the first few series on my roleplay series, but it's not going to be used in that anymore. Right, let's have a look. What have you... It's somewhere around here. Right, there we go. So let me just show you these trailers. Now these I4 Williams trailers come in a couple of different ones. Comes with a crane, put it that way. I made a separate I4 Williams for moving animals. Does work with the cover, so that's just for animals. We've then got this I4 Williams trailer for animals, but that's not what we're here just to show you at the minute. I do believe it comes under trailers, but I'm still working on it in the background because it does take a bit of storage, but you can use it as a flatbed as well. So as you can see, with a ladder rack, mesh, solid side. So, you know, there are options for it. Obviously, it takes a crane on the front. But under low loaders, I think this one, the LM146. The reason I like this one is I believe it's a bit cheaper. These are all separate mods, by the way. They're not just the same. Yeah, might look at something like that. But I've been working on another mod, but I don't know if I got it on this series yet. I've just finished working on it. I got the Urus T127, £18,500. Sorry, choice of color options, takes 8 bales, so that might be something we can maybe look at buying. 125 to 180 round bales. So yeah, these are things we're looking at on this series. 70 brake horsepower, 5 meters. Heavy. I don't really like the... Oh, screw it. We'll go for the green. £3,800, and we need to get paid from our other job. So we've done that fertilizing. Let's just make sure there's no more. Is there any more? No, there's plenty of ploughing jobs. Yeah, we don't own the plough anymore. We did have to sell the plough to afford them repairs, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. Get them in there, get them in there, and now what we need to do, we need to just look at those contracts. I can't remember. See, I've already forgotten what the field numbers were for them contracts. This is how bad my memory is. 5 and 58. Right, 58's all the way over there. Field 5 is all the way down there. Right, my issue here is, how do you get to field 5? Do you go down this road, or do you go this way through the farm shop? I'm looking here. There's a track here. Goes through there into this grassland. There's one that goes up there. Is that another gate there? So yeah, right. So we need to go down the main... We need to go down the road. I'm trying to get in the habit of picking things up while in the lowered position on the back. Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in another jump car here, guys, because this is a long way down to travel, so I don't want to, again, I don't want this episode just to be me driving up and down. Yeah, I paused the time to come down, otherwise we're just gonna, the shop's gonna be closed and we aren't gonna be able to afford to go and buy anything else. So I paused the time while we drove down. It takes a long time to drive down here, guys, especially at 19 mile an hour. So the next tractor we get has to be quicker than 19 miles an hour. No one's interested in me driving all the way down here. Now, if it was the roleplay series, it would be a bit different. But this is not the roleplay series. Right. 5 meter cultivator seems to be working really well at the moment. That seems to work really well. And we're absolutely covered in lime. Might have to put a jet wash in at the shop, you know, maybe charge us, put in a free jet wash, and every time we use it we charge ourselves like £10 or something. Let me know what you think of that idea, because, you know, we've got nowhere to put a jet wash otherwise. But if we maybe put one in at the shop and we charge ourselves £10 every time, maybe wash the tractor once a day or something. Maybe not a bad idea. Spend a lot of time at the shop. Now obviously when we get a piece of land and a farm of our own, it'll be a little bit different. That is looking really well. This is actually a relatively big job, to be honest, especially for 5 meters. You imagine doing this with 3 meters. No, I'm relatively impressed with this little cultivator. It's been pulled by the Leyland really well. The Leyland is absolutely disgusting. Do I dare look at it on the inside? I'm not really sure how you've got on the inside, but you know. Don't get me wrong, I do think the cab should get dirty on the inside, but I don't think it should get as dirty on the inside as it gets on the outside. But again, with the help of a couple of people in my community, they've helped me get this Leyland up and running, which is fantastic. Massively do appreciate everybody who helps me convert mods over and stuff. My biggest thing is when you convert them from 19 to 22, that's the biggest issue I have at the moment, because I don't have 19 installed. So someone converts it over for me, stops the vehicles from flashing, and then I kind of basically load the mod in. I get a list of all the errors and warnings, and then I would basically work my way through the list. I don't like errors. Errors are no good anyway, but you know how sometimes like you'll get a warning. Now I don't want to hate on anyone here, but somebody put in a load of new Ford tractors up on King's Mod the other day, but they're absolutely full of warnings, and I mean full of warnings. I know, because I'm slowly working my way through the list to clear them. I don't like warnings in the log, guys. Just in case at some point it causes a problem, you know what I mean? So I downloaded them, and I'm basically working my way through the warning list to get rid of all the warnings. But yeah, that the I4 Williams trailer, I made a separate animal trailer. Now I am working on something for that trailer. It's not what I would say finished at the moment. I'm hoping to change the back panel on it to a slightly taller one, if that makes sense, because when it opens at the moment, it does open with 2 little ramps, and I want to have it open where it's got like a solid door that opens down and animals can use it as like a ramp. So yeah, that's something I'm working on at the moment. Don't know if it's going to be possible, like, but it is something I'm just slowly working on. And then when it opens, you can have the animals. It takes chickens, sheep and cows. 15 chickens, 6 pigs, I think. Again, I've forgotten what the animal quantities were, but yeah, don't hold loads, just hold a few. But yeah, I absolutely love the fact that I see where I live in real life, like I4 Williams animal trailers, horse trailers, flatbed trailer. You know what I mean? That's what I see where I live. So it's nice to be able to use something that I do actually see. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this into a bit of a time lapse. I kind of want to test what the YouTube music's like, because I'm going to have to use it for a couple of weeks. Like I say, I only put money into the channel that I make from the channel. And obviously, yeah, I'm waiting for my very first YouTube payout. As daft as it sounds, you know, I never go around asking people to subscribe. Now, if anybody did want to be a member, you know, hit that join button. If you don't like the way YouTube works, you can do so via Patreon. I do have options for people to do it. If anybody is interested in supporting the channel, you can do that. Every penny I make on the channel goes back into the channel. Simple as that. But yeah, lately I've been getting the DaVinci Studio software. If anyone watches and you create content, guys, that DaVinci Studio software is well worth the money. The free version is just as good. Well, it's alright. It's not just as good because it's free. It has got limitations. But if you like the free one, you would love the paid version. And it's a one-time fee forever. It's not like Adobe where you have to pay a monthly recurring fee. So just kind of giving you some information there. Yeah, I'm going to get this into a time lapse so we can get this field finished. Right, there we go, guys. This field is pretty much done. I didn't actually see the notification to say the field was done, which is why I'd done it all. I do need to just double check that it has actually finished, because I didn't see it come up. Yeah, it clearly came up a while ago. Now that's not bad. £3,200, and we've got £2,500 for the next cultivating job. Now I've come to the conclusion that very, very soon the shop is going to close. And hear me out. I'm thinking that the videos need to be done in a slightly different order. So for example, during the day while the shop is open, we need to be doing like fertilizing, liming contracts, sowing contracts, things like that. And let me tell you the reason why. When the shop closes, we can't buy anything. Now we technically can still buy, but the gates are closed. It's going to make a nightmare trying to get the seed out without using super strength. I do like the fact that the shop opens and closes, but I also find it's a little bit annoying at the same time, because, well, it's going to close on us and we're not going to be able to really do anything about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cash that job in. I'm going to find out where field 58 is, because what I'm thinking is we need to be doing jobs where we need supplies. I've got no idea how you even get to field 58. This is Court Farms here. Is this a river or is that a track? I've genuinely got no idea how you get to field 58. This is going to be my issue now for quite a while on this series, is the fact that I've got to learn how to get to and from each field. Yeah, it is going to take a long time to learn how to do that one. But we'll get there. We will eventually get there. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. I hope you guys have genuinely enjoyed it. Like I say, if you're not a big fan of the music at the moment, I do apologise. We will be getting Epidemic as soon as my YouTube payout goes through, basically. So just to let everybody know, we will return to some semi-decent music soon enough. But for now, guys, as I said, I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit the like button, guys. 50 likes on each of this series videos gets a third one a week. And until next time, guys, as I say, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later on.